What is the proper method for calibrating a thermometer using the ice point method? A. Place the thermometer in boiling water for 30 seconds. B. Submerge it in ice water and adjust to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. C. Touch the stem to ice cubes directly. D. Leave it at room temperature for 10 minutes. Answer B. The ice point method requires placing the thermometer in a mixture of ice and water and adjusting it to 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius. What is the minimum internal temperature for cooking pork chops? A. 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Answer B. Pork and other whole cuts of meat must be cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds for safe consumption. Which of the following is a sign of time temperature abuse? A. Food stored in a cooler at 38 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Food left uncovered in the freezer. C. Frozen food with ice crystals on the package. D. Frozen food that is firm and solid. Answer C. Ice crystals or fluid stains indicate thawing and refreezing, a clear sign of time temperature abuse. Which step is part of cleaning and sanitizing food contact surfaces? A. Rinse the surface with dirty water. B. Sanitize before cleaning. C. Wash, rinse, sanitize, and air dry. D. Use only sanitizer and skip washing. Answer C. The correct order is wash, rinse, sanitize, and allow to air dry, never towel dry food contact surfaces. What is the correct way to store utensils between uses during food prep? A. In sanitizer solution. B. In standing water at any temperature. C. In running water at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. D. In water maintained at 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Answer D. Utensils used continuously can be stored in water at 135 degrees Fahrenheit or higher to prevent bacterial growth. Which document lists the hazards of cleaning chemicals and how to use them safely? A. Food Safety Plan, FSP. B. Material Safety Data Sheet, MSDS. C. Hazard Communication Standard, HCS. D. Quality Assurance Sheet, QAS. Answer B. The MSDS, now called SDS, provides information on safe handling, first aid, and storage of hazardous chemicals. How long should shell stock identification tags be kept on file? A. 7 days. B. 30 days. C. 90 days. D. 120 days. Answer C. Shellfish tags must be retained for 90 days from the date the last shellfish in the container was sold or served. Which food item should be rejected during receiving? A. Shell eggs with clean, unbroken shells. B. Fresh fish that smells ocean-like. C. Frozen food with fluid or ice crystals. D. Milk at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer C. Ice crystals or fluid in packaging indicate thawing and refreezing, signs of temperature abuse. Which type of thermometer measures the surface temperature of food? A. Bimetallic stem thermometer. B. Penetration probe. C. Infrared thermometer. D. Air probe thermometer. Answer C. Infrared thermometers measure surface temperatures without direct contact, making them ideal for packaged foods. What should a food handler do if a wound on the arm is infected and uncovered? A. Continue working as normal. B. Cover it with an impermeable bandage. C. Notify the manager and restrict from food handling. D. Wash it and use sanitizer. Answer C. A worker with an uncovered, infected wound must be restricted from handling food until the wound is covered or healed. Which practice helps prevent norovirus contamination? A. Cooking seafood to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Washing hands after restroom use. C. Using gloves while handling frozen foods. D. Washing produce with sanitizer. Answer B. Norovirus spreads through fecal contamination. Thorough handwashing after restroom use is the best prevention. What is the correct order of steps when using a 3-compartment sink? A. Wash, sanitize, rinse. B. Rinse, wash, sanitize. C. Wash, rinse, sanitize. D. Sanitize, rinse, wash. Answer C. The 3-compartment sink sequence is wash, rinse, sanitize, followed by air drying. What is the correct hand-washing procedure? A. Wet hands, apply soap, scrub for 10 to 15 seconds, rinse, and dry. B. Apply sanitizer before soap. C. Wash hands for 5 seconds. D. Rinse first, then apply sanitizer. Answer A. Hands should be scrubbed with soap for 10 to 15 seconds under water at least 100 degrees Fahrenheit, then rinsed and dried. What should be done if glass breaks near food prep areas? A. Continue service and clean later. B. Pick up large pieces by hand. C. Stop service and dispose of affected food. D. Sweep it under the counter. Answer C. Stop operations, remove contaminated food, and clean the area carefully to avoid injury or contamination. When should a food handler report illness to the manager? A. After the shift ends. B. Only if symptoms last 3 days. C. When diagnosed with a foodborne illness. D. Only if customers notice. Answer C. Workers must report illnesses caused by pathogens like Salmonella, E. coli, norovirus, hepatitis A, and Shigella. What is the proper minimum temperature for sanitizing water in a dish machine using hot water? A. 135 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 171 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer C. For heat sanitizing, the final rinse temperature in a dishwashing machine must be at least 171 degrees Fahrenheit for proper sanitation. Which activity can cause cross-contamination? A. Using separate cutting boards for raw and cooked food. B. Touching raw meat and then handling ready-to-eat food. C. Washing hands after touching raw meat. D. Using color-coded utensils. Answer B. Pathogens from raw meat can transfer to ready-to-eat foods if hands or surfaces aren't properly cleaned between tasks. What is the purpose of an air gap? A. To prevent water overflow. B. To prevent backflow contamination. C. To measure water pressure. D. To regulate temperature. Answer B. An air gap is the space between a water outlet and flood rim of a fixture that prevents dirty water from backing up. What should you do with food held at 125 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 4 hours? A. Reheat to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Cool and refrigerate. C. Discard the food. D. Serve immediately. Answer C. Food held below 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 hours has been time temperature abused and must be discarded for safety. Which is an acceptable method for cooling a large pot of soup? A. Place directly in a walk-in cooler. B. Divide into shallow pans before cooling. C. Cover tightly and store overnight. D. Let sit on the counter until lukewarm. Answer B. To cool safely, divide food into shallow containers or use ice baths to bring temperatures down quickly and evenly. What should a food handler do if they have a sore throat and fever? A. Continue working with gloves. B. Report the illness and be restricted from working with food. C. Wash hands more often. D. Cover their mouth while coughing. Answer B. Food handlers with sore throat and fever must be restricted from working with food to prevent transmitting illness. What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for roasts of pork, beef, veal, and lamb? A. 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Answer: B. Roasts of pork, beef, veal, and lamb must reach 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes for safe internal cooking. When washing equipment in a 3-compartment sink, what temperature must the wash water be? A. 100 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 110 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 120 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: B. The wash sink should be filled with water at least 110 degrees Fahrenheit and detergent to properly remove grease and residue. What is the correct sanitizer concentration for a chlorine-based solution? A. 25 to 50 ppm. B. 50 to 99 ppm. C. 50 to 100 ppm. D. 100 to 200 ppm. Answer: C. The acceptable chlorine sanitizer range is 50 to 100 parts per million, ppm, at 75 degrees Fahrenheit for effective sanitizing. What is the first step when cleaning and sanitizing stationary equipment? A. Rinse the equipment with hot water. B. Turn off and unplug the equipment. C. Spray sanitizer directly on the surface. D. Remove food debris. Answer: B. Always turn off and unplug stationary equipment before cleaning to ensure worker safety. Which type of pathogen is responsible for most foodborne illnesses? A. Viruses. B. Bacteria. C. Parasites. D. Fungi. Answer: B. Bacteria cause the majority of foodborne illnesses. They multiply rapidly under favorable conditions in TCS foods. What should food handlers do after handling raw meat and before touching ready-to-eat food? A. Change gloves and wash hands. B. Wipe hands with sanitizer. C. Rinse hands with cold water. D. Use the same gloves if clean. Answer: A. Always wash hands and change gloves between handling raw and ready-to-eat foods to avoid cross-contamination. What is the best way to cool food quickly? A. Place in the cooler immediately. B. Divide into smaller portions in shallow pans. C. Keep food covered until it cools. D. Place on a counter for 2 hours. Answer: B. Dividing hot food into shallow pans allows faster heat release, helping food pass through the danger zone safely. Which food item should be rejected during receiving? A. Frozen shrimp covered in ice. B. Fresh poultry with firm, light-colored flesh. C. Eggs with clean shells. D. Milk delivered at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: A. Frozen foods with heavy ice or frost show thawing and refreezing, signs of time temperature abuse. What is the correct cooking temperature for ground poultry? A. 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. B. 155 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. C. 160 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Answer: D. Ground poultry must reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds to kill pathogens like Salmonella and Campylobacter. What should a manager do if a food handler is diagnosed with hepatitis A? A. Restrict from handling food. B. Exclude from the operation and report to the regulatory authority. C. Assign non-food duties. D. Send home for 1 day. Answer: B. A diagnosed hepatitis A case must be excluded and reported to the local regulatory authority immediately. When using a high-temperature dishwashing machine, the final rinse temperature must be at least A. 150 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 160 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 171 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: D. In a high-temperature dish machine, the final rinse must reach 180 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure sanitizing effectiveness. What should you do if a customer complains of a foodborne illness? A. Deny the complaint. B. Remove the product and notify management. C. Continue service as normal. D. Tell them to visit a doctor and return later. Answer B. Immediately isolate the suspected food, label it "Do Not Use," and inform the manager or health department. Which method is best to prevent backflow? A. Air gap. B. Grease trap. C. Pressure valve. D. Flow restrictor. Answer A. An air gap is the most reliable method for preventing contaminated water from flowing backward into the clean supply. Which group of people has a higher risk for foodborne illness? A. Teenagers. B. Healthy adults. C. Preschool-age children. D. Athletes. Answer C. Young children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems are at greater risk for foodborne illness. What is the best way to handle ready-to-eat food when serving customers? A. Use tongs, deli tissue, or gloves. B. Hold food with bare hands if clean. C. Use sanitizer before touching. D. Use one utensil for all food types. Answer A. Ready-to-eat food must never be touched with bare hands, always use gloves, utensils, or deli tissue. Which food should be stored on the bottom shelf of a cooler? A. Ready-to-eat salads. B. Fresh seafood. C. Ground meat. D. Raw poultry. Answer D. Poultry has the highest required cooking temperature, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and must be stored on the bottom to prevent dripping contamination. What is the best way to prevent foodborne illness from parasites in fish? A. Cook to required temperature or purchase frozen fish from approved sources. B. Store fish at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. C. Wash fish before cooking. D. Freeze fish at home before using. Answer A. Purchasing fish from approved suppliers or cooking/freezing it properly destroys parasites. Which is a sign of a pest infestation? A. Grease buildup under equipment. B. Black specks or droppings in corners. C. Water stains on ceiling. D. Cracked tiles near sink. Answer B. Droppings, gnaw marks, or nests indicate pest activity. Report immediately to a licensed pest control operator. What should be done after cleaning and sanitizing equipment? A. Wipe it dry with a towel. B. Let it air dry completely. C. Use paper towels to remove water. D. Spray sanitizer again after drying. Answer B. Sanitized surfaces must air dry completely, wiping can recontaminate the surface.